What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today's reaction video is what is every state in the US best and worst at. We've done quite a few of these state videos and you guys have really enjoyed them, and it's given me a lot of insight into how diverse each state is, and just a bit of an idea, like a tiny glimpse of each state. So I'm really enjoying these reactions guys. Let me know in the comments if you are as well. Hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Let's try and hit 200 likes on this video. Hit that subscribe button guys, and how about, we've never said this before, I don't know why I've never said it because I feel like it should be a YouTuber's trick. Share it with a friend. If every person shares it with a friend, who knows what could happen. So share it with friends, I'd really appreciate that. Your kids, your wife, whoever you want guys. Share it, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't want to share it, you're absolute legend for watching anyway. Let's get straight into this one. Now, best and worst at could mean a good thing, it could mean a bad thing. You could be the worst at something which is bad, so technically the best. We'll see where this one goes. Let's get straight into it guys. What have we got?
This video is made possible by Skillshare. Start learning anything for free for 2 months at skl.sh/reallifelore15. There are 50 states in the US and all of them are both best and worst at something.
Okay.
So let's start off alphabetically with Alabama, which is the best at college football, having won 16 national championships.
Wow.
But also has the worst student math scores in the country and the least amount of people that walk to work.
Well, okay, this is Beezer who won't pause much. But I thought in America you had to get certain grades to be able to compete at the college level. To compete for the sports, you had to get a certain grade at college level, I believed. That kind of throws it out of the way, because if you're the best performing in the sports, surely they've got to get the grades. It was an amazing thing, which I believe that you got Coach Carter, fantastic movie, that makes sure they get the grades. In the UK, it's got nothing to do with that. You can either do sport and you can sack off them if you really wanted to. It doesn't matter whether you fail, you get D's or anything. If you're doing your sport, you're doing your sport, it's a different thing. I always respected you guys for that. Let me know how come that has happened, or if it is the case and the people who are doing sports just get the minimum they need. Let me know in the comments guys.
Over in Alaska, they have the highest average salaries at $44,350 per year, but also have the nation's highest violent crime rate, rape rate, violence against women rate, and the highest DUI rate.
Holy.
Arizona is both the sunniest state with an average 193 clear days per year and the hottest with an average temperature above 100 degrees Fahrenheit in midsummer. Arkansas has the nation's highest rate of dog ownership.
Kansas. Arkansas. Remember, it'll never die, the meme the bees are saying Kansas.
With 48% of households owning one, but also has the highest divorce rate. California, meanwhile, has both the largest population and economy of any state. Up to 39.5 million people, which is more people than live in all of Canada. If California was an independent country, it would have the world's 5th largest economy, ahead of the UK and India. But California also has the worst air pollution and smog in the country. Colorado has America's lowest obesity rate at just 22% of the population, but at the same time has the highest rate of fatal motorcycle accidents. Next up in Connecticut, they have the best broadband internet connection and the most dental visits, but
Yo, Connecticut's tiny by the way. We've glossed over a few of them there. California, I'm not surprised one bit, but on Arkansas being the highest divorce rate and having the most dogs, it makes sense. You've got a friend already, you don't need the other half. Makes sense to me.
Also the worst economic inequality, which can perhaps be best seen by the nearby cities of Bridgeport, one of America's poorest cities, and Fairfield, one of her wealthiest. Delaware is a well-known tax haven, so largely due to that, over 60% of Fortune 500 companies are incorporated in the state. But Delaware is also considered America's most boring state, with the worst rated nightlife and the fewest movie theaters per capita. Florida is both America's flattest state and the one most impacted by hurricanes. And so because of that, it is the most vulnerable state to future climate change. Georgia has the highest quality roads in America, but also has the worst traffic, with the worst bottleneck for trucks in the entire country being located right here in Atlanta.
That looks mad, by the way. That road system looks absolutely mental. I've never seen anything like that. Is that actually there? Let me know in the comments, guys.
Faraway Hawaii has the highest rated healthcare services and the highest life expectancy, but is also the most expensive state to live in with the nation's highest homeless rate. Idaho is America's most entrepreneurial state, but is also home to the most hate groups per capita with 7.1 hate groups per million people. Illinois has the healthiest teeth, but also has America's highest pollution health risk and the lowest fiscal stability rank. Meanwhile, Indiana is the best state at high school basketball, but also has the largest number of meth labs. At the same time—
Wait, whoa. Legal meth labs? Oh, illegal meth labs. Is there such thing as legal meth labs? I don't know. And also, it goes to show, I know Indiana Pacers, I believe it is in the NBA, are quite a good basketball team, but they don't win anything, do they? So it shows you could have the best college basketball team, but because of the way the your guys' draft system is set up, you could be in Indiana, you go anywhere in the world if you drafted pick number 1 or anything like that. You can go to any team, basically. It doesn't follow through to the NBA level, which is madness to think, you know. But rate it. I rate the way you guys do the draft. It's awesome.
Iowa has the lowest divorce rate while also having the lowest number of LEED certified buildings per capita. Kansas is the nation's largest producer of wheat, but also has the lowest growth rate among young people at -1% per year, while also being ranked as having America's ugliest natural scenery. Kentucky is home to the longest cave system in the world, but also has the highest rate of adult asthma, at 12% of the state's population. Louisiana, meanwhile, is home to America's largest port, the Port of Southern Louisiana, which handles 60% of all grain the country exports. But the state also has the highest incarceration rate, with 0.8% of the entire state's population currently sitting in jail.
That seems like a lot of a population. Now, that I assume a lot of it is imported from other states as well. You guys are the pros, let me know in the comments. I know I've said you guys go and have a list. There's some legends in there, potentially Bill, potentially Jar, and people like that who are going to be in the comments edited, listing off these answers. You're all absolute legends, man.
Maine has the lowest violent crime rate and is also America's least diverse state, with a population that is 94% white. Maryland leads the country in highest household income, which averages $80,000 per year, but people here also have the highest debt-to-income ratio. Massachusetts is the most educated state, with over 40% of the population holding a bachelor's degree, but also has the lowest birth rate and was the first state to ban happy hour. Simultaneously, Michigan...
Yeah, happy hours in like the free drinks for the hour or £1 drinks for an hour. You can't be banning that. That's awesome, especially if you're in college and stuff like that. That is awesome. I think that's the happy hour meme. Let me know.
Has the most golf courses per capita of any state, but also has the worst rated state government integrity, with very low scores in both transparency and accountability. Minnesota is the state where people spend the most money per capita on recreational activities, but also has the most severe winters in the country, with temperatures that plummet down to -60 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to give you frostbite in under 5 minutes. People in Mississippi, meanwhile, spend the most time watching pornography, with Pornhub statistics showing that the average user from the state spends 11 minutes and 33 seconds on the site.
What? Yo, what are you doing 11 minutes 33 seconds on that site for, man? Is that just choosing a video? You gotta get one with a good storyline. That is way too long. I mean, that is way too long. That's all I'm gonna say on that. 11 minutes is a very long time to be on a site like that, man.
Mississippi also has the nation's highest poverty rate, worst rated healthcare services, highest infant mortality rate, and where you're most likely to die in a car crash. Missouri has the nation's cheapest gas, but was also the site of America's worst dioxin disaster back in 1983. Montana has the highest high school graduation rate at 93%, but also has the worst access to the internet. Nebraska is home to America's most reliable power grid and also has the highest rate of carbon monoxide poisoning. Nevada, unsurprisingly, makes the most tax money from gambling and also has the highest rated nightlife, but at the same time has the lowest ranked social environment. New Hampshire...
That is quite surprising, you know. I feel like a lot of people go in Vegas, go to socialise and stuff like that. I suppose if you're a resident, you're not going to be going to the casinos every day to socialise. That is quite surprising to me. Also, the state where a lot more had graduated and they had less access to the internet. That's mental. Maybe the internet makes it worse for us to study. I always thought it would be helpful. You know, you search online, you're stuck on something, you have a little search online, you find it out. But I guess there's less distractions if you've got less access to the internet, if that makes sense. So maybe that is a way to go. Maybe we ban all the internet. But I hope not, because I'm really enjoying doing these videos. There's a lot of random facts in this video, which is awesome. But there's just so many random ones. I guess to be the best and worst at something known is quite difficult. So some other states, you've got to dig deep and you just find such random facts whichever worst are best in. Still pretty cool. I'm learning a lot of little things about each state, which is awesome.
Sure has the country's lowest poverty rate, but also has the highest cocaine usage among young adults, with 10.5% of that population admitting to trying it within the past year. New Jersey has the lowest suicide rate and also has the lowest rated short-term fiscal stability. Meanwhile, New Mexico is the best at choosing the winner of presidential elections. They've only been wrong 3 times since 1912.
What?
Unfortunately,
Wow.
the state also has the lowest rated public safety, with the highest arson and grand theft auto rates in the country. Because of those, it's ranked as the worst state to raise a family in.
Not
While
surprised.
New Mexico may be good at picking them, more presidents and vice presidents have origins in New York than any other state,
Okay.
with 7 presidents and 11 vice presidents.
Wow.
But New York also has the highest taxes and highest abortion rate in the country, with 2.4% of women having had one. North Carolina has the highest quality preschools, but also the lowest number of libraries per capita. North Dakota
Okay.
is ranked as having the highest quality of life while also having the worst alcohol problem. 24.7% of adults drink excessively in the state.
Wow, but when he says excessively, is it just a social thing? That needs more clarification, because I've got no issue with people going to a pub, potentially even every day or every other day, having a drink socially. If you're lonely in your house, especially in times like this, people in lockdown are not seeing people. I know this was a while ago. When was this video actually done? Okay, we've already given the video a like this time, because I imagine it's awesome. When was this video done? 2018. I try and like as many of my videos, which means you guys should try and like as many as your videos if you enjoy them. You can always put it on at the start. Hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. But 2018 this video was done. So it's a little bit different now. Obviously COVID times, you're not seeing as many people, not going out. But when it opens up, man, you've got to go and socialise. You've got to have that interaction with people. And especially in the UK, because we did the pub video the other day, we just go out to socialise. Catch up with a mate, go to the pub and have a pint. You guys should definitely do that. It's awesome, because you're having a pint and you catch up with a mate, and it's just a great day out. So yeah, I advocate that. The excessive drinking, if it's every day in your house, 5 or 6 pints, nah, don't do that. It's not healthy for one, and it's probably bad for your mental as well. But anyway, let's carry on. This video's awesome. Great little facts about every state.
Ohio is America's most affordable state to live in, but it may not be worth it if you have allergies, as
Okay.
7 out of the top 35 cities worst for allergies are located here. Oklahoma
Wow.
is home to the largest casino in the US, but also has the lowest salaries for teachers at just $39,306 per
Should be
year,
more, man.
while also
Should be
being the
more.
location of the most deadly tornadoes, 65 since 1950. Oregon has the
Holy.
highest number of craft breweries per capita, and it's the
Okay.
only state I couldn't find anything they were the worst in.
Oh, let's go Oregon. You're literally not the worst in anything. Let's go. On the craft beer thing, I'm not a craft beer drinker. As I said in my pubs video the other day, check it out if you haven't seen it. I don't drink craft beers, but don't agree with me. Let me know if you guys drink craft beers. A lot of you guys told me your favourite beers in that video, but I'm not for that. But fair play, Oregon. You're not the worst in anything. That's got to be a positive sign,
So,
yeah?
congrats. Pennsylvania grows the most organic mushrooms, and it's where you have the highest probability of hitting a deer while driving.
163.
1 in 63
Wow.
odds. Meanwhile, Rhode Island has the lowest number of fatal industrial accidents per capita, while also having the worst quality roads and bridges. South
Holy.
Carolina produces the most nuclear energy per capita, but also treats their elders the worst of any state. South
be doing
Dakota
that.
is the most hunter-friendly state, with 26% of the population taking part, but also has the nation's highest employment and income gap by race. Tennessee has the highest number of caves, but
By the way, we don't want an income gap by race. If you're good at your job, it should all be skill-based. If you're good enough, you get the money, no matter who you are. The better candidate wins. It should be that way. On the hunting, I've never done it. Maybe I'll do it one day. I haven't really got any feelings on it. I'm not going to judge anyone. This is a judge-free zone. Let me know if you guys are doing it in the comments. Let me know the reason why you do it. And again, I'm not going to judge. Each to their own at the end of the day.
also the lowest number of dentists per capita. Texas produces the most wind energy and has the highest migration rate,
Yeah.
with over 1,000 people moving here every day.
Holy.
But Texas also has the lowest voter participation at just 39% of the population and the worst nursing home quality. Utah has America's
voting.
highest church attendance at 53% of the population, going
Wow.
at least once per week, while also having the highest rate of skin cancer diagnosis. Vermont is ranked as the most equal state in terms of gender employment and income, but also has the highest college tuition fees. Virginia, meanwhile, has the lowest overall asthma rate, while kind of contradictorily having the highest toxic pollution rate, with 20 pounds of waste per square mile. Washington
what you
is
want if you got
America's
asthma.
most bicycle-friendly state, and weirdly has the worst invasive snail problem. Back over in West Virginia, you'll find the most equal state in terms of education level and income by race. But the state also has the highest obesity rate at nearly 38% of the population, the lowest amount of people with a college degree at just 19%, and the highest death rate related to opioid overdoses.
West Virginia are not winning at all. They've got quite a lot worse in. I mean, in the obesity thing, I know the UK have a problem as well. I can't judge. I'm not going to go here and say the US has got such a bad obesity problem. It's all the fast food chains it is. The UK, on a much smaller scale, just because of the size of us, we have it as well. And I imagine a lot of countries around the world does as well. So I'm not going to judge anyone for that. Again, we're a judge-free zone, guys. Lowest education in there, is that just the teaching and stuff like that, or is it people, the smarter people, potentially moving out of the town to different colleges and stuff like that because they're better? Let me know in the comments, guys. There's so much you need to let me know, but it's because I want to learn, and these are short, random facts about each state, and I need to expand on them because I'm trying my best to learn, guys.
Second to last is Wisconsin, which is the largest producer of cheese but has the lowest equality in jailing by race, with over 1% of the state's minority population currently residing in jail. And here we arrive at Wyoming, which is America's least populated state. Only 579,000 people live here, less than the population of Milwaukee. This low population means that a resident of this state has 3.6 times the voting power in a presidential election than a resident of California does, thanks to how the Electoral College works. But Wyoming also has the highest number of fatal industrial accidents per capita and the lowest job growth rate in the country, at negative 0.6% per year. While jobs may be shrinking in Wyoming, they're rapidly growing across the United States in general. 213,000 jobs were added by U.S. employers just last month, and even more are going to become made available in the future, which you can help prepare yourself to apply for by taking any number of classes over at Skillshare.
Oh, I rate that. Going into the ad, if you want to check this ad out, guys, go over to the video. The link will be in the description. I don't think that will be the same now. 213,000 seems like a lot a month in 2018, which it probably will be. It potentially was the same in 2019 as well. 2020, I imagine that dropped drastically with obviously COVID. People probably not taking on as many new people because obviously the financial uncertainty and stuff like that, working from home. But hopefully we're going to recover and get them new jobs working again and get that unemployment rate down, because it's horrible to see. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I really have. I hope you guys have answered as many as possible. I've asked for you guys to answer quite a lot in this video. There's been short random facts thrown at me, which I've really enjoyed, but I've got so many unanswered questions, so I'd really appreciate if you did. If not, I hope you've enjoyed the video anyway. Hit that like button to show some support. Let me know in the comments. If you've got to this stage, I've been out for some food on a Good Friday. Obviously, you guys don't have this as a bank holiday, do you? So what is your favourite Easter tradition? If you've got this far, let me know in the comments, guys. If you don't want to let me know, no worries. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.